Would you please welcome on stage, ladies and gentlemen, your president and CEO. Give it up for Michael Bayley.
All right, thank you. Bing bong, bing bong. Well, hello everybody. Good morning. Did you enjoy All In? Yes. Next year, the Pinnacles will be dancing All In. So pay attention, you're going to have to get your rehearsals right. Yeah. Photo after, okay? Okay, so questions and answers. Now, not yet? Oh, what's going to happen first? No, we're doing Q&A, right? Yeah. But I feel a little overwhelmed because there's a lot of people in the audience today, so are you all in a good mood? Are you all happy? All right, that's pretty much the end of this session then. Get up on stage! Get up on stage, okay.
Oh, use the stairs.
Can I use the stairs?
I'm going to need a chair then, because okay. All right, let me put my hat here so I don't forget it.
We'll get a chair for you, Michael.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so let's start with the first question.
Okay, so a lot of you, I know, have questions. We have our running team here. Also, feel free to pay any compliments to Michael and anything you enjoy.
Thank you.
We're willing to hear that too, not just questions. Good things.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Hello, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Ann Cooper, and I live in Griffin, Georgia.
What's your question for Michael?
My question, so I apologize, I have to read. I said, as a stockholder, I appreciate Royal's direction to make this ship the destination. However, as a consumer that has been loyal to Royal and finally retired where I can take longer cruises overseas as well as the Caribbean, I am asking if you could merge the loyalty points with Celebrity. Not just the one-time conversion. Not just the one-time conversion, it is just a database. Even if it might be a delay in transferring each way, but to be able to earn points both ways.
I thought we'd have a few easy peasy questions. A couple of nice compliments about the crew and their sailor and that kind of stuff. No, you gotta go straight to the heart of the matter. Carnival announced changes to their loyalty program.
Oh, Michael!
And that is exactly what we're trying to avoid. So we have a team, we have consultants, we have tech, we have a big project team, we have the entire executive leadership of Royal Caribbean Group, the brands, on regular reviews and meetings about the future of the loyalty program. We're well aware of the different requests and desires and etc. for all of our loyalty members across different brands. They're very similar. There's also differences between how people perceive the loyalty programs by brand. Hopefully you've seen some positive changes in terms of access to information, and you'll see over the coming months and year or two that things will continue to improve in terms of accessibility, simplicity, making it easier to sell between the brands, get offers, this type of thing. So we're on a journey to get there. Ultimately, we have not defined this yet, but ultimately we are going to get to a one platform database of our loyalty members for Royal Caribbean Group, and as some people use the word ecosystem. We're adding river cruise now, Celebrity's adding river cruise. There's a lot of investment in the destinations. And I think, there's a journey ahead for Royal Caribbean Group and that ecosystem, which I think will be incredibly beneficiary to all of our loyalty members, regardless of brand. So, you know, I think we're going there. I think we're going where everybody's going to be happy. I think we're incredibly sensitive to not tipping over the apple cart. We don't want to make decisions that maybe, you know, are short-term benefits and then upset our loyalty members. There's also a lot of technology that needs to go into place when you merge data between different brands. There's a lot. I don't know how big our database is. It's probably 40 million people for Royal. I'm guessing. I can't remember. I would guess celebrities probably 15 million, and Silver Sea's in the millions. There's a lot of overlap. So we're getting there. And I think the answer to your question is yes. You'll get, that'll come. I don't have the exact timeline, and I think we've had this discussion before, and we've maybe over the last couple of years. We started this journey with loyalty 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago, and literally there's teams working on it. So hopefully, I mean, our aim is to make everybody happy, and also benefit the company in terms of the shareholders and et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to get there. I just, you know, try and be a little patient. Hopefully you see some improvements and you feel like we're making some progress. So we're going to get there.
Okay, we're going to go to the back of deck 4. How we're going to rotate it, everybody on each side will get a chance to ask a question. So we'll do deck 4, then we'll do deck 5, then we'll go to starboard side, and then back to port side. So at the back, hello, who are you?
I'm Nancy, I'm from Texas. And first I do want to say thank you for this wonderful cruise. I know some people are a little disappointed, but I, for one, am glad it gives me a chance to see all my cruise friends. My question, to lighten it up a bit, is what's the chief dog officer's name for Legend?
Now this really is a critical question. So, as you all know, the Chief Dog Officer position is probably one of the most important positions we've added to the Royal Caribbean fleet. You also may have seen from my Facebook page that I am deeply in love with Sailor. Yeah, and I got to tell you, Sailor is deeply in love with me. It's very meaningful. So the name for the Chief Dog Officer on Legend, that we've got, by the way, we're open to suggestions. And I think I'm going to have to figure out, I'm going to put something on Facebook in the coming weeks announcing that we need a name for the Chief Dog Officer on Legend. We've got 2 current contenders, 2 names that seem to stay, well, they stay in my head. So I like them both. And one of the names was given to me by a guest, I think, in the last loyalty cruise. I can't remember, but I got the name from someone who gave it to me. So one of the names is Popeye. And the other name is Skipper. Okay. So we're going to pick Popeye. So clearly you like Skipper. I think we'll probably put it on Facebook and ask everybody to vote. I think we need one more name though, just to make it 3 names. But so if you do have a great name, Gilligan, Sailor. No, we got Sailor. Who? But no, that would be self-serving. People would think that's a little weird. Bayley would. I'd like that name though. But anyway, we'll put it on Facebook, and you can send in names for the Chief Dog Officer. Yeah. So, thank you for that question.
Okay, we're going to go to deck 5. Where do we have a question on deck 5?
Portside, deck 5.
Portside, deck 5. Hello. What's your name, sir?
Hello, my name's Ray. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I just loyal. We were now loyal to Royal for maybe a year and a half or so, and several cruises since then, and looking forward to many more. I can't appreciate or show my appreciation for your presence on this cruise. I really appreciate it, especially Hideaway. You shot me in the mouth with champagne, and I can't thank you enough for that. So thank you. Made my day. I've heard rumors, maybe murmurs, of a discovery class, and I was just curious if you have any information on that.
So we did make an announcement a couple of days ago that Royal Caribbean Group has secured the slots in Finland and confirmed the order of Icon 5 with options for Icon 6 and 7, which takes us to 2031, I think. I can't remember exactly. And then we've also secured slots until 2036. I think that's correct, yeah. So in Helsinki, Finland, where we build Icon Oasis ships, we also build Oasis in France, by the way. We've secured slots, which is a big deal because there's a lot of cruise ship building underway. So there's only a few yards in the world that are capable of building these types of ships. We've been working a lot on Discovery class. I think you probably heard that a year ago. We said we were working on it. I mean, it takes a lot of work to design a ship. It's a lot of work. So we're getting really close. I'm not sure we can't make any announcements now, but I'm hopeful that in the coming months that we will be able to make an announcement on that class. I can tell you that we are working on the class and the class will be coming, but there's a lot of things that need to happen before that can be formally announced. We've given it the name Discovery Class because we want the ship to be able to really focus on, you can use different terminology, the more exotic itineraries, and sometimes they're called meta regions by our teams. So for example, classically would be the Mediterranean, Europe, Northern Europe, Alaska, and Asia Pacific itineraries. That ship would be, the ship that we're creating would be the ship in the class that would come in and start replacing the older hardware that currently operates in many of those itineraries. So we're trying to, we're excited about the product, what we're creating, and I think we'll be very excited to talk to you about it. And for sure, this time next year, if we're in the President's Cruise, we'll have probably lots of information to share with you. But thank you. But I can tell you, I would say every week now, there's teams of us working 20, 30 hours a week just on this. And so I think it's going to be, hopefully you'll find it exciting. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and Michael, we're going deck 5, starboard side, and the balcony to your left.
Good morning, Michael. My name is Martha, and I'm from Florida. I do have a question regarding the pins that we get. I'm sure you've had plenty of them. We worked for many years to be able to get to Diamond Plus, and we were given virtually something that not only made me come to tears the day we got the Diamond Plus pins, but the fact that they are Dollar Tree quality and not Diamond Plus quality. People have literally asked me, what are those pins for? What do they represent? They don't know. And I think that as long as we've all worked to be able to get the Diamond Plus pin, we ought to be given those pins.
Are you saying pin or pen?
It's like you wear on your shirt.
Okay, a pin, yeah, okay.
Wear them all the time.
Yeah. Did we change the pins? Nancy. By the way, if they're really, I'm not sure if I've seen them, but if they're that crappy, we'll change them back. So, I'm sorry if they're that. I mean, Nancy, yeah, I mean, if they're, did we get them from Dollar Tree? Okay, good question. If they're crappy, we're going to change them back to what they were. I don't know, sometimes Sometimes, I don't know, we do think, it's funny because we get bigger and larger, more people and everything, and there's always someone who thinks it's a good idea to do something, and it happens, and then we realize and we're like, that was a really bad idea. So I'm sorry about that, we'll fix it. Thank you.
Okay, back down to deck 4. Where do we have a... Where am I looking, deck 4?
Deck 4, starboard out.
Hello, I see you all the way to the left, Michael, on the second balcony.
Hello, it's so nice to meet you. I thought I met you the other night, Tuesday, and made a complete fool out of myself. You have a doppelganger on the ship. So we're Jim and Nan, and we're from the Villages, Florida.
All right.
Don't believe everything you hear. So,
Oh yeah, I do believe it. And it's disturbing what's going on in the villages.
but actually, we're a couple that believe in gratitude and major sucking up. So I just wanted to tell you, we celebrated our 47th wedding anniversary Tuesday. And had the time of our lives. We really, really did. And today's my husband's 47th, excuse me, 71st.
That's your other husband.
I was never good at math, just like I thought I recognized you. But anyway, I just want to tell you thank you. I don't understand what all this other stuff is yet, because we're new.
I don't either.
But I just wanted to say thank you, and we appreciate you, and we can't wait to sail again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's much appreciated. I think for everybody in the brand team and all of the employees, Ship and Shore, it's very much appreciated. Thank you very much for those kind words.
Okay, Michael, main floor to your left. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Sunshine, and I'm from Oklahoma. And I must say, the absolute worst part of coming on cruises is I have to leave my puppy. And so I'm elated that you have Sailor and you have
Rover and Sailor, yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking of the dog in charge, but I can't think of the official title. But all that to say is, it was kind of related, that you kind of alluded to it earlier, but I assume that you've seen success with that. And do you plan on doing that eventually to all of the ships, or is it only going to be like certain ones? But more so, what benefits have you seen by bringing them on board?
Well, we have a chief dog officer as the official title, and the chief dog officer has a dedicated chief of staff. I mean, why wouldn't she? Personal vet, trainer, whatever. Whatever she wants, she gets. Reports directly to the captain, has her own private little house and bed on the bridge, just in case the captain needs any navigational support. Has her own dedicated junior suite with the chief of staff, with her own little cubby hole for her own bedroom. So, as you can imagine, it's a dog's life being a chief dog officer. So our plan is to have a chief dog officer on every one of the Icon class. I mean, funnily enough, we've had a lot of requests from actually captains and management teams on different ships asking us when are they getting their chief dog officer. So we're going to have to think about that. The benefits have been, amazing. I think there was a lot of skeptics about the idea of putting the family dog like everyone in my team thought it was a really stupid idea. As soon as you're laughing, I will confirm that they're all gone next year. So, but I tell you the one thing that we did do in the beginning, which I think the product team, marketing team, someone had a golden retriever. They put a GoPro on the back of the golden retriever, and on Oasis class, on a couple of our Oasis class ships, in the morning of turnaround day, when there's no guests on board, they let the Goldens run around all around the ship without somebody holding on to them. and it was quite touching to see the response of the crew. So I think when we did that, we thought, this is a great idea. I mean, clearly the crew really like it. It's a really touching thing. And then we've seen also the same thing with the guests. I mean, it's a really nice thing. And it's good to have a family dog for a family. And I think we believe it's been a great success. You know, so I think we'll continue to do it. The only thing is that I'm technically the owner of each dog. Because under the humane, you can't get a dog, and a corporation can't really get a dog. I mean, maybe you could, I don't know, but we decided we couldn't. So I have to sign all the adoption papers for the dog. So I'm just concerned that if we get 30 golden retrievers, and I've retired, and then, the next dude in my job says, get rid of these dogs. Who owns them? Michael Bayley. Call him up. Sending him 30 golden retrievers to the villages. But it's great. It's really heartwarming, and I think it's been wonderful. So thank you for your question.
Okay, Michael, to your right. Next question, deck 4.
How you doing? My name is Castelli. I'm from New York, traveling with my wife and my 4-year-old son. Before I ask my question, I just wanted to say thank you to you. Recently, my 4-year-old was diagnosed with slight autism, and he's been having a really hard time at school and everything, and he's been just really down, and his last 2 experiences on cruises, especially this one, has made his life, and for some reason his teachers have a hard time with him, his teachers sometimes have a hard time with him, but somehow your Adventure Ocean crew has always had a positive experience with him. And yesterday, we saw you at Coco Cay, and you gave him a big hug, and you got down to talk to him, and that video you posted yesterday on your social media, he was featured on there when you talked about your loyalty guest, and that means the world to us as people who only cruise on Royal and love Royal Caribbean. So I just wanted to say thank you for providing such a great cruise experience. This President's Cruise has been more than about just gifts and monetary things that we can buy anywhere. You've given us something that we will have forever and we can never lose. So first, thank you for that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Sorry for being so long-winded. My question was, me and my wife, we have ideas every time we're walking back to Coco Cay, and it's that long walk, and we're thinking about ways to work for Royal so we never have to leave, and try new ships. So yeah, so we're applying. So just know, you might see my.
We're looking for a whole bunch of chief dog officers. Right?
Yeah. But my question was, we always think about what it's like to be on different ships because we've only done Oasis class ships because it's so great for my son, but sometimes we see Celebrity there or we see smaller ships there, and we were wondering, would you ever consider an excursion that allows guests from both ships to visit each other on the ships while parked at Coco Cay? Because I feel like it would allow people who only do big ships to see that the smaller ships have so much to offer still, and they're not just older ships. And it also offers people who like to stay on the smaller ships an opportunity to see a bigger ship, or people who can never see Celebrity to see a Celebrity ship, or vice versa, Celebrity to see a Royal ship. And I think it could happen while parked at Coco Cay, since we're all on the island together.
That's a great idea, yeah. I think it's a wonderful idea, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we'll definitely take that on board. I think if we could find out a way to manage that, it's a great idea, yeah. Thank you. And thank you so much for those comments about your son and family. It's very touching. Thank you.
We'll pass that on to Adventure Ocean soon later. Thank you so much.
And Adventure Ocean. Thank you.
Okay, let's go. Anyone else on deck 4, or do we go to deck portside? Hello, portside. On the right-hand side, Michael, behind the pillar.
Hi there. I'm Mark from Pittsburgh. And enough with the easy questions. How about Baltimore? because that's our closest point.
Yeah. How about Baltimore? Is it grandeur we have in Baltimore? Vision? I'm looking for help here. There's a lifeline. I'm not getting anything. So I know didn't we remove winter season out of Baltimore, but there is going to be a summer season? Does that answer your question? Or yeah. So I think I've had a couple of people ask me, why did you take Vision out of Baltimore? But it's seasonal. It's coming back. It'll be back every summer. And it's just logistics and reality. You know, winter products out of northeastern ports just have more challenges. So I think it's just that's the reason why. We're happy to be operating out of Baltimore. The Port of Baltimore is super supportive to Royal Caribbean, and we know there's a lot of guests in the area who like sailing with Royal Caribbean. So hopefully that answers your question. Great, thumbs up. Thank you.
Okay, to deck 5, center
Deck five,
deck 5,
center.
Michael.
Deck 5 where?
Oh, deck 5 right at the top in the middle.
Oh yeah, okay, thank you.
Hi, Michael. I had the pleasure of attending a meet and greet with you after COVID, where you explained all the problems, how you got the workers back home. It was amazing. But more importantly, you spoke about the future of Royal Caribbean, and it was such a positive influence that I bought a ton of stock at $700. And now it's well over 300. And I wanted to thank you because your encouragement is what made me buy so much.
You're welcome. Anyone else buy stock when we were down on our knees? Yeah. What's that Warren Buffett saying? When there is fear, when there's greed in the market, be fearful. When there's fear in the market, be greedy. And I think COVID was a classic example where everybody was terrified. It was a great time to buy stock, especially Royal Caribbean stock, yeah. Congrats.
Okay, are we staying on deck 5? Or, okay, let's go to deck 4 at the back. Do we have someone on deck 4? At the back on deck 4, starboard side, Michael, to your left slightly by the staircase.
Hi, my name's Lois, and I'm from Texas. And I wanted to thank you, Michael. You're just wonderful. Everybody loves you. This question is about safety. So I see a lot of signage in the room, except I think a lot of people don't know or realize that in the case of emergency, when you hit the medical button, they're busy down there and they're doing their thing. It's best to call 911. So if we could put something in the room, by the phone, on the door, in case of emergency, call 911. And we could have the safety people maybe say it when we're getting our, during muster station, thank you. Because something happened near and dear to our hearts, and our friend didn't know what to do, and Royal was wonderful. They took very good care of her and her husband, but I just wanted to make sure that we could put something out that says, call 911.
Okay, thank you. Good feedback, and we'll take that feedback back to our safety and team in Miami. In fact, we were in a meeting this morning with the captain and the team about various issues associated with the speed of response and accessibility of emergency medical services if there's any kind of issue around the ship. So we're quite focused on it, and I think that's great feedback. So we appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go back to deck 5, then back to deck 4. So deck 5, hello, straight ahead, Michael, to your left a little bit, on the balcony. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Cindy, and I'm from Texas. Hey! As I mentioned, it's a praise first, or a thanks, is for Coco, Mexico, because those of us in Texas won't have our private island, and I mentioned that to you before. My question is consideration of when we did the Transatlantic that went from Port Canaveral to Lisbon, then we were lucky enough to catch the Voyager back to Port Canaveral last fall. I was kind of hoping that maybe Royal could put some more of those ideas in the itinerary.
When you say put more of those itineraries, you mean connecting
Yes, where
eastbound
we
with
don't have to
westbound.
fly to Europe. We can just fly within the domestic America, get on a ship
Yeah.
with Royal, fly, they'll take us to Europe.
Yeah.
And somehow have a connecting ship, or the same ship, to bring us back with different itineraries.
Yeah.
That's what happened with the
So, I'm trying to think of the correct version to respond to this. Transatlantics, and it's an interesting business because most of the world's cruise capacity moves into the Caribbean in the winter because it's sunny and nice and it's close to America. In the summers, a lot of the ships go to Europe and Alaska, obviously, because it's super popular for Americans. So most of the ships, it's funny, I think in March, or maybe it's April, there's something like 40% of the world's cruise capacity leaving America to go to the Mediterranean. And a huge amount of ships go to Alaska. When we get the ship to Alaska, or we get the ship to the Mediterranean, then we operate all the summer season in that region. And then we bring the ship back in October from, say, the Mediterranean or Alaska, September, October. We bring it then back, typically to the Caribbean. These are very general statements, but typically that's what happens. So you may see also that, price points on transatlantics are usually pretty good because the voyage is longer and it's a one-way cruise. And so it's a great suggestion, but it's logistically, it's improbable because when we move these big ships across to the Med, they stay all summer. They do come back. So if you want to sail across and stay for 5 months, be my guest and we'll take you back. And it's the same with Alaska. So that's kind of the reality of the business, for the cruise business. So, but I do know, and I have many people talk to me about some wonderful itineraries that you can build. You can, on the Trans-Pacifics, for example, going across to Asia, Australia, or going to the Mediterranean, there's lots of great itineraries you can tag together that give you a 21-day, 28-day vacation that's pretty unique. So I think if you put the time in and do the research, you should be able to find some pretty good itineraries that way. Thank you.
Okay, Michael, far left, front row. Morning, sir.
Good morning. My name is Nick from North Carolina. I appreciate you taking these questions. I'll start out with a definite compliment. The crew on all of these ships are amazing. And the talent of the entertainment is off the charts. My question is gratuities. I always pay my gratuities on here, and I always give additional cash to whoever I come across. Is there any consideration to either just building them into the cruise? Because I hear a lot of people talk about, I go to guest services and I take it off and I give the money to the person. And I know people that do not do that, and I'm assuming it hurts the crew. Is there any consideration to making it just built into it, or just not built into it? I don't know how you would, but is there any thought on the gratuity process?
There's been a lot of thoughts on the gratuity process. I mean, you can't believe the amount. By the way, before I forget, let's get the kid down here, the captain hat on, because he's raised his hand 1,000,000 times. So, but let me answer the question. Yeah, we put a lot of thought in. There's so many. There's not so many. There's quite a few different models, as you've already defined some of them. And like everything in life, they have pros and cons. And over the years, and in different markets, we've often used different models because it's easier to take one ship in a different market like China or Australia or something like that and operate a different model. The bottom line is the model that seems to be genuinely the most productive, effective, and rewarding for the employees is the model that we operate today. And yeah, we do see different seasons, different itineraries do result in different requests to remove gratuities because they're going to give the gratuity in person. And in many, many cases, the gratuities, it's great. But there are cases where people remove the gratuity and then they don't pay the gratuity. And that is very frustrating when that happens, and it's disappointing. And often, you know, sometimes we get letters, people, you know, punish the company. They think they're punishing the company by not giving the gratuity to the crew member, which of course it makes no sense. You know, the kid's giving you great service all week. Take care of the kid who's done a wonderful job for you. We do have a safety net for gratuities for the crew. So when we, you know, if we have a deployment of a ship in a market that's got some kind of issue with gratuities, first of all, we rotate them away from the ship after a season, so we can move them to higher gratuity ships. And then we also have a safety net where if they come forward and say, I'm not getting my gratuities, we give them a minimum basic cash payment, so that they've got enough to, you know, take care of their debts and commitments and stuff like that. But, you know, over the years, we've been all over the place with this, and, you know, we think we've got the right system in place. But thank you for the question. We really care about the crew, so, you know, we've always focused on that.
All right, up to the captain, yeah?
Yeah, the captain. Please stand, captain. By the way, captain, there's another captain over there. There's an older version of you.
Okay, my name is Benjamin. Oh wait, actually not. Okay, sugar with my mouth. Anyways, as I was saying, my name is Benjamin. I'm from Daytona Beach, Florida. And my question is, what is your favorite ship and what is your favorite port?
Do you live in the villages? No. What is my favorite ship and what is my favorite port? That is a question only a kid would ask. It's like the question when your kid asks you, am I your favorite son? Whose laugh was that? That was great. So, I love all of our ships. I mean, I really do. You know, over all of the years, I've been on all of our ships. Every single ship is its own unique personality, it's got its own character, and it's got its own vibe. And all of these ships are remarkable, I think, and they bring a lot of happiness to our guests. So, you know, fun enough, we went on the end of the Ultimate World Cruise on the Serenade. Yeah. And I hadn't been on that ship for I don't know how many years. And I went back on that ship and I'm like, what a beautiful ship this is. So well made, so classy, great woodwork. I mean, just the attention to detail was phenomenal. A really beautiful ship with a great atmosphere. So I don't have now, of course, I sail, whenever we introduce a new ship, I'm on that ship for a few weeks. Like I was on Star for a few weeks. I mean, that ship is epic. It's unbelievable. And then the port question, what? Oh yeah. I don't think a perfect day is a port. No. But now that I've had my lifeline correct me, yeah. I mean, by far, a million miles perfect day is I love it, yeah. Okay, what's your favorite port? Roatan, Honduras? You the guy who sent me that letter? Yeah. All right. Did you send me some cashew nuts? Yeah. Oh, you're a good man. He's my favorite. I got cashew nuts. I like the honey roasted ones, by the way. They're really good, yeah. Did you send me a duck as well? Yeah, man, you're out of control. You suggested 3 things, but I've forgotten what they were. One of them was you wanted to be on an advisory committee, right? Yeah. What?
My favorite ship's probably Wonder.
Wonder?
Yeah, Wonder overseas.
Yeah. Well, that's close to you now. I mean, it's not far from Daytona Beach, right?
Yeah. Like hour and a half.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's chat later, okay? All right, thank you, Captain.
So we're going from Captain Benjamin, Michael, to another captain.
Oh, yeah.
Straight ahead to your right.
Whoa! You look like a real captain over there.
Yes, I do have a nickname for many years cruising with Royal Caribbean, Captain Queen Valentina Diva, but my real name Valentina Abed from Palm Beach, and I am excited to be here. It's such adrenaline, and I'm here again and again and again. First time I started cruising like 27 years ago when my children was little, and now just last week we checked out from the start of the sea. What excitement to meet Chief Officer Sailor, and the next week I'm going to Icon to meet Rover. And one suggestion for legend here, Popeye Skipper is great name, maybe Sky. Today I'm here to tell a big thank you for the Ken Rush. I met him first time 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah, come on, Ken.
You know,
Don't give him the microphone.
Ken is amazing. He make us believe, you know, we need to come back here because it's such excitement and big thanks I can say. He make us a family. When we come on special President Cruise, we meet each other. We're so happy. With so much excitement. I'm even more still drunk after the splash with champagne from Michael Bayley last day. And perfect day cook again. So it's guys, I'm just just sharing my thought. And of course, my question is, if the Royal Caribbean planning to do President Cruise in Europe like we did before, it will be amazing. And might be if they world cruises, if you're planning anything like this.
Okay, well, thank you, Valentina, and I appreciate all of those wonderful, warm comments. Thank you so much. It's
And
much
I'll pay you
appreciated.
later, Valentina.
Yeah, and by the way, you look great. I mean, yeah. You look like we're gonna use that uniform for our captains on our ships now.
One of my favorite captain. I don't follow him. It happened to be he's popping up.
All right, and then what was the question? Oh yeah. We're going to announce the next President's Cruise towards the end soon. So we'll be doing that. The World Cruise, we had that one. Ultimate World Cruise was fantastic. I think. Who are the Ultimate World Cruises? The great true adventurers of the world. That incredible journey you went on. Of course, Royal Caribbean lost about $20 million on that whole thing. It was an amazing experience, and I think it was heartwarming. A bunch of us sailed on the ship the last 4 or 5 days, and it was truly amazing to see the impact that experience had on all of the guests who did the Ultimate World Cruise. It was, truly the Ultimate World Cruise. Every continent on the planet, every port that you'd ever want to visit in the world, across oceans and seas. I think it was 6 months in total. How many? I wondered where that ship was. 9 months. I mean, it was amazing. And when everybody shared those experiences with us, it was quite emotional. And there were some heartwarming stories that came from that. And in many ways, it was it's really what defines what's special about cruising. I think it was quite amazing. Now we know, we're trying to figure out when will we do the next Ultimate World Cruise. We do know that we're doing the reunions every year. There was a reunion on Serenade a few months ago, a couple of months ago, a month ago, a week ago. Captain Lolly went out there, and then every day, it was in Alaska, and every day we became more and more concerned about Lolly because, she started dressing like a lumberjack. And then she started drinking a lot. And she was off in the hills. We thought we'd never see her again, but she did come home finally. So we will at some point in the future, we'll do another world cruise. We just don't know when. And hopefully the reunions will work for a couple of years and to bring you together. But thank you for the question, and thank you so much, and congratulations for that voyage that you guys shared together.
Thank you, Michael. Everybody, time is running short. Michael is going to make an announcement very shortly. Therefore, we're going to have 3 more questions, 1 on deck 5 and then 2 more on deck 4. So deck 5, hello, what's your name? At the top there, Michael, center.
Hi, I'm Megan Kelly from Orange County, California. First of all, thank you so much, Mr. Bailey, for being so approachable and caring about your company and all of our clients. Also, thank you. Dan is amazing, but Mark Walker is the GOAT.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
My question is there a plan to bring an Icon class ship to Orange County, well, to Southern California?
Oh, very good question. So a couple of years ago, I think somebody asked us if we were going to bring an Icon class ship to Galveston.
Yes.
But we haven't confirmed or denied that. But I would say that, you know, we are building Perfect Day Mexico, which is absolutely epic. So I wouldn't be surprised if some big announcement came for Galveston. I'm not saying we're putting an Icon class there, but if I was a gambling man, put down a few dollars on that one. But I'm not saying we're doing it. So just wherever that Royal Caribbean blog guy is, do not say I said that. I will be in big trouble when I get back to Miami. So California is an interesting market for us. To be honest, over the decades, we've been in and out. And one of the biggest challenges for the California market, as we see it, is it's kind of an itinerary issue. You know, there's challenges with building the itineraries that we think are marketable enough to sustain a lot of capacity in the market. But we are working on that. So I can't really say any more. I think we view the California market as a great market for Royal Caribbean. Tens and tens of thousands of Californians come and sail on Royal Caribbean every year. A lot of Californians fly to Europe to sail on our ships. So we're aware of the pent-up demand in California, but there's no comments I can make about, you know, any kinds of plans that we have for California at the moment. I just say that we think about it a lot. Thank you.
By the way, Michael, Matt from the Royal Caribbean blog is just up there. He's taking notes.
Oh, Matt. Okay.
He's posted something. I just saw him get clicked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me check.
All right, 2 more.
I live in fear of Matt. He's like the Royal Caribbean blog guy. He does love Royal Caribbean, but sometimes he says stuff, and I'm like, I wish Matt wouldn't say that.
All right, deck 4. We're going to the back there, or we'll do 2 on the back side. Okay, the back.
Good morning, Michael Bailey. First of all, I want to say thank you for going into the Diamond Lounge and speaking to people. That was amazing.
You're welcome.
Second of all, okay, I'm a Diamond Plus that I have lunch with the officers. And the menu is always the same. Can we change the menu a little?
Yeah. Where is the where is this? Where's the menu? Where is the venue?
The menu is usually beef and shrimps. You know.
It's in the dining room.
No. Yeah, it's in the.
It's in the dining room, but it's the same menu every time.
Yeah, it's the same menu every time. And okay, I'm allergic to fish, and I don't eat red meat. So.
Yeah, you got a problem.
How about putting a nice lamb chop? Oh, sounds good.
Unless you're a lamb. I think I'm getting tired. Okay, it's a good point. Let me ask Lincoln. We're going to change it, yeah. We'll change it, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. It's a good, you know, it's funny. There's so many things going on, and sometimes things stay the same, and we do need to be reminded to shift things up a little bit. So thank you for the feedback. We'll change it. When are you sailing next? We'll try and change it before I can avoid the email. When are you sailing next again?
What was that?
When are you sailing next time?
I'm sailing. I leave home for 5 days and then I take a 21-day cruise.
Which ship?
This is on the Raspberry of the Sea.
The Raspberry of the Seas. Yeah. All right.
I'm aiming to become a pinnacle, so I have like 30 cruises booked already.
Okay, we're going to track you, and when you're on the Raspberry of the Seas, we're going to get a new menu for lamb chop.
That should have been the last question right there.
No, let's do another. Come on, let's do a few more. Do you want any more questions, or should we call it quits?
Let's definitely
do a couple more, yeah.
Yeah. One down there. Third row, Michael in the front.
Yeah.
My name is Faye Campbell. I'm from Maryland. As a stockholder, Royal Caribbean has not split since 1998. Since we're over 300 now, wouldn't it be nice to split so that others could now buy 100 shares?
It's a great question. I'd love that to happen. I got a bunch of stock. I'd love to see it split. I mean, I think it's a wonderful idea. I'm going to immediately call the office and ask them about that. So, you know, there's obviously a process the corporation follows in terms of valuation of the stock and the strategy in relation to the stock that's needs to go through a process with the board of directors in terms of the plans for the future. And as you know, hopefully, that there's certain, it's very important that officers of the company don't make statements that can be misinterpreted. So, which is true. I mean, there is a legal obligation for us. We need to be very careful about comments, forward-looking statements about the company and stock. So I'm not really able to make any comments or statements about that. I think when the timing is right for the company and the company believes it's a good time, and they will consider all options. So I'm sorry it's not a very good answer, but I really can't make any statements about that. And any of those statements would come typically from either the corporate CFO or Jason, for example, who's the Royal Caribbean Group CEO and chairman. Sorry about that. But I would definitely keep your shares.
Okay, Michael, final question right here. Hello.
Good morning, Michael. My name is Nick, and I'm blessed to be from Orlando, Florida, where I've got 4 home ports I can go to.
You're a lucky guy.
I know. My question is to go back to, you had mentioned earlier about the Discovery class. We are blessed with Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Port Canaveral with the big ships, but in Tampa, because of the bridge, obviously, we have limitations there. Can you give us anything on Discovery class maybe being able to go out of Tampa? Or maybe a size, or maybe anything?
It's a great question. Tampa is it's an incredibly fast-growing part of Florida. And it's increasingly a more important home port for the industry, but certainly for Royal Caribbean. So when there's a bridge issue, which happens all over the world, it happens in Sydney, it happens in Vancouver, it happens all kinds of places. You know, there's 2 solutions. You make the ship smaller, or you move the port. So I don't know what's going to happen with Tampa, but I do know that there's a lot of interest from the industry in terms of improving port access for bigger ships. But I don't know where all that's going. But I would say, if you look at the history of the evolution of the industry, that things changed that way. Discovery class is going to be, we're planning that it'll be Panama capable. It'll go through the Panama Canal, which we think will be a real positive, because it'll be able to go to Alaska in the summer, and it can get back into the Caribbean. I think it's within about 14 days. which means it doesn't have to do the 55-day round South America thing. So that's an indication of, you know, the capability. In the past, we've done things like had retractable funnels. I don't know how many of our ships have them today, but several ships do, where we've dealt with a bridge problem by being able to shrink the funnel. It's the funnel that's often the obstacle. You know, we shrink them down. So there's solutions, is what I'm trying to say for Tampa, and we highly value Tampa as a home port and as a growing market for Royal Caribbean. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, time. Give Michael a round of applause actually for making it a very entertaining Q&A. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
All right, so presentation time, slide presentation.
So, slides first. Oh, let me turn around so I can see the slides. Oh, top cruisers. These are important slides. Okay. Are you going to join me, Ken? Oh, you're going to join me, Ping Pong? There is our top cruiser leaving. I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's start with number 3. Mr. Blake Emerson. Blake, are you here? Blake. He's gone to the bathroom. Where is he? He's not here? Terry? He's coming? Blake? Oh, I can't see him. Okay, well, Terry's here. Hi, Terry. So, well, hopefully we'll see Blake. And I haven't seen him yet to say hello. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll catch up today. Then we have Barbara McElroy. Barbara, where are you? Barbara's way in the back there. You can see her in the back on this side. Hey, Barbara. And then, of course, we have the one, the only, with a great name, Super Mario. I don't know if you got any information about how many times everybody's sailed and everything, but I think Mario sailed so many times we don't keep records anymore. He's just sailed everything.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you so much, and thank you so much, especially you guys, for being such loyalists with Royal Caribbean. We really do value the relationship, and we love the feedback that we get from you, and we're happy that you stay with Royal Caribbean. So thank you so much. And now we have the President Cruise Lifers. They'll be calling in from Alcatraz. Blake, Teresa, Donna, Jean, Janet, Robert, Roger, James, Gian, Pete, Patricia, Wayne, Daryl, Marilyn, Cheryl, Alan, Rayalona, McHenry, Tamara, William, and Yolanda. Thank you so much. We have the Ultimate World Cruises. We want to call you guys out. Let's see. Yeah, Dean, Laurie, Mary, John, Charles, Linda, Ralph, Leah, Cleveland, Ardinia, Michael, Michelle, David, Maria, Sherman, Robin, Mark, Jane, Terry, Joe, and John. Thank you so much. And then I think we have, I don't know what we have.
The suspense, Michael. The suspense. There we go.
Well, that's it?
We're doing the whole show again.
No, we're ready. It's a rewind. Okay, now we're going to talk about next year's. Does anyone have any bets? Wrong. Star? No. Who? Raspberry? Actually, 2027 is the 10th anniversary of the President's Cruise. So we got to really think about that one. Not that we don't think about them every year, but this one we got to think especially hard. Now it could be Raspberry. We could take a ship and rename it Raspberry, and just get lost in a Raspberry. But if you have any ideas on the 10th anniversary of the President's Cruise, because we're going to have to go big on that one. Like it's going to have to be, ridiculous. We could do an Ultimate World Cruise for the 10th. We could just leave forever. No, it's the President's Cruise next year is going to be on Icon of the Seas out of Miami. And do we have the date? Do we have a slide?
Roll it.
Here we go.
Oh, roll it. We got a video.
And music. Fantastic. There you go, Michael.
Did we put the date there? What?
October 3rd through the 10th.
October the 3rd through the 10th, 2026.
Yeah.
We've also got to think about the entertainment. Oh, by the way, did everybody enjoy the entertainment this cruise? No? Some no's? What? All right, well anyway, we're going to have to think hard about the headliner next for Icon. I think because it's a big ship, we better... Oh, this is a big ship as well. Yeah. All right. What else do we have?
Next cruise sales, they can actually book their cruise right after this presentation.
So shut up.
No, not at all. I would never say that, Mike. I would never say that.
Okay, guys, I think, again, thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure answering your questions. We really value your loyalty. I personally love coming on the President's Cruise. I love talking to everybody. I love your feedback. Really value it. And again, thank you so much for cruising with Royal Caribbean. And I hope you have the rest of the day is a great day. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Your President and CEO, Michael Bayley. Thank you, Michael.
And the one and only Bing Bong.